হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ভাই আসতেছি। আসতেছি পুরো লেগ আছে 10 সেকেন্ড সমস্যা নেই। হ্যাঁ আপনি একটু চেক করেন সাউন্ডগুলো ঠিক আছে আচ্ছা ইয়া কোন মিনিমাইজ করেন ভাই মিনিমাইজ হ্যাঁ মিনিমাইজ ঠিক আছে ক্যামেরা পজিশন ঠিক আছে সরি 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 স্যার জি স্যার জি স্যার ঠিক আছে মিনিমাইজ হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে এটাই মোটামুটি এই ছোট ভাই হ্যালো 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 স্ক্রিন হচ্ছে ইউটিউব, আমি আপনাকে লিঙ্কটা মেইল করবো, আপনার স্ক্রিনশট আমাদের ইভেন্টটা ইউটিউবে লাইভ স্ট্রিম চলছে।
ওকে, পরে দিও। পরে আমরা আমাদের ইউটিউবের চ্যানেল, ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে আমরা আরো চ্যানেল এখানে একটু লাইট থাকলে ভালো হতো। সবাইকে প্রোগ্রামের কোঅর্ডিনেটর কে?
কোঅর্ডিনেটর সবাই এখানে
সবাইকে বলবা
এখানে দাঁড়ায় একটা ছবি। জি জি,
ঠিক আছে।
শেষ সৌরভ ভাই, সৌরভ ভাই, সৌরভ ভাই, হ্যাঁ ওখানে লাইটের সুইচ লিফলেটটা নেই। আচ্ছা সমস্যা নেই, যতগুলো হয়েছে ওগুলো নিয়ে আপাতত।
Shurab, are you there? Yeah. Sir. Voice test করো তো, ওখান থেকে শোনা যাচ্ছে না? একটু ক্লিয়ার করার জন্য ব্যবস্থা করো। from USA clear. No, it's okay. Thank you. Somebody please remove the chair in front of the camera. Yes, thank you.
এটা হলো 18 তলা নিচে সম্ভবত 16 আছে তোমাদের দুনিয়াতে 2 নম্বর বিল্ডিং এ 18 তলা
Yes, yes, sir. Can you remove the chair from the YouTube camera?
এখানে ইয়া হয়ে বসবে স্যার বসবে এটা বলো সাইড এই জায়গাটাই সাইড এখানে কি সাইজ আছে
Or replace the YouTube camera.
এটা আগে উঁচু বসানো যায় উঁচু করা যায় বাট উঁচু করে রাখবো বলে এই উঁচু রাখতে
Only the pressure. Hey, you answer. What time is it there?
11:17 বলো তোমরা বলে দাও একটা সেট করো কোন একটা জায়গায় বা হ্যাঁ আর এটা কি তোমরা ওই পাশে নিয়ে যাবে
Yes, now YouTube camera is better.
এটা এক সাইডে নাও এক সাইডে এটা পিছনে দিলেও হয় বাট ওই সাইড থেকে দেওয়া যাবে সামনে ওয়্যারলেস না 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 এটা চেয়ারটা এখানে লাগে কোণাটা ভালো আছে কি বলে এই কোণাটা বসা ভালো হবে স্যার এই কোণাটা বসা
Sure, can you turn on you?
স্যার আসেন শুরু করে দিন
Can you get the program?
নিচে গিয়ে নিচে দাও বক্সটা সবাই
Say. Hi. Can you see the ear? Yes. Yes, I can see. Yes, here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, here, very clear. Okay. Did everyone arrive? So here. Professor Joe, good afternoon. I'm going by your time. We are still in the morning. And Professor Syed Sadandali, the Vice Chancellor of BRAC University, the Consul from the Embassy of Japan, other distinguished guests, and my fellow teachers in BRAC University. Very good welcome to all of you. We are sorry that we couldn't start exactly at 11 a.m. Bangladesh time. However, we will not spend much on the introduction. As you know, we are now standing at the threshold of a very important event, the signing ceremony for the proposed Nano satellite, which will be built, which is being built by our students, your people at your institute, and the collaboration of other organizations in Bangladesh, the relevant organizations like Space Research and Remote Sensing Organization and BTRC. So we'll be going through the ceremony, and I welcome all of you. And as you know, though we have been using in Bangladesh, we have been using satellite data for environmental monitoring, disaster monitoring, and for doing all sorts of planning processes in different sectors of satellite applications like forestry, then water sector, and disaster monitor. All these sectors where we are involved, and this parcel is involved. So, but this is a venture which will give us the very first experience of really building a satellite, which is not one of those big satellites, but which is even smaller than a microsatellite. It's a nano satellite, just a little box. But I think though it's a little box, as the saying goes, God sends good things in small packets. So it's a small packet, small box, small satellite, but I think we are making a giant stride towards a bright future for Bangladesh, and I look forward to this joint interaction or joint collaboration between Japan, Bangladesh, and the other countries who are involved. Because I think in science and technology, the most important point is interaction or cooperation in any scientific endeavor. Thank you very much. Thank you. Then I will now invite Dr. Khalilur Rahman, who is the principal investigator of the BRAC project at BRAC University, and he is an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at BRAC University. So I will ask upon Dr. Khalilur Rahman to say a few words.
Hello. So I'm going to present about our satellite. Okay, so what are we going to do now and what we have done till today. So please give me some few moments so that I can start on the screen. So can you please turn it off this light? Oh, sorry. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, sure.
So this is for, yes, when I was there, he was the only one who was kind of.
Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming here. Thank you, Joe Sensei. Thank you, Arif. So let me start with our program. Okay, so BRAC Nano Satellite Program. And it's the joint initiative by CSC Department, People Department, and MLS Department. And as I said, I'm Dr. Rahman. I'm going to be the principal investigator. Now I'm going to discuss about these few points. What is nano satellite or CubeSat, possible applications, story behind BRAC one CubeSat satellite, building and deploy of BRAC nano satellite, and the benefit from the BART project. So these are the artificial satellites. Satellite means it's moving around the Bangladesh, so the whole world. So this satellite, and these are artificial. That means we made this kind of satellites, and Bangladesh is entering in this zone. Okay, so we are building our own satellite. And as you can see, this one is 419,000 kilogram. Okay, and this one Oreo 4 that Japan built or Quebec built was 4.7 kilogram. And the BART project or the satellite we are going to build is around 1 kilogram. So it's very tiny. Nano satellite means it's nano size. Okay, very small in every aspect. Okay, in size, in weight, in every aspect it's nano. So this is our design. Okay, Taffy Ontoromycin and other team, the BART team, they have designed this one. So our satellite will look like this one. And you can see we have three. We are how to say. I'm proud of their teacher. Okay, so my students, Kafi, my student Ontura, my student Myson are there. They are building our own satellite. They are designing. They are going to build their own satellite. And yeah, this is the internal view. So this is our satellite's internal view for your kind of information. Okay, so they already have built one, not demo, one copy, which and experimenting with this thing. If it works properly, then they will make a flight one. Okay. Flight copy this is maybe, if I don't make a mistake. Flight model, yes, flight model. So this is the first model. So these are the steps. So how we are going to have the satellite. So first they will make the design, then manufacture by the manufacturer procure some items. They will assemble, they will test, and it will send to orbit. Okay. So yeah, this is the design. They will design our satellite and the design by Bangladeshi student. The second part is developing of each module is by Bangladeshi student. It's Kafi. Who is, how to say, building each module. And the Kafi, Ontora, Myson, they are building each modules. Okay, so it's ours. Assembling, so yes, Bangladeshi students are going to assemble this satellite. And now we can show, yeah, this is our satellite. Okay, so this is the motherboard, and all other modules, this will be set on this motherboard, and these are the solar panels. Okay, so these are the solar panels that will be covered by the satellite. And this is the satellite lab where they are going to test. Again, our students are going to test our own satellite. Okay, so last sign lab or CNT QTech's lab where they can test around 50 kilogram weight, 50 centimeter satellite. Okay. So our satellite will be tested in their lab. We already have an MOU with them. If we can make any satellite from our part, they will make that test for free for us. Okay. So this is also under the previous MOU. But now we are building our satellite in QTech and they are testing in this testing facilities. Okay, this is another thing. So okay, they have a lot of facilities. So as they mentioned, the amount of their lab costed 2 million USD. Okay, so it's significant. So for us, it's difficult, but we need collaboration. Maybe this is what we mentioned this point. Okay, then we will send our satellite to the orbit. The procedure is like this. Like we will send the satellite through the rocket. It will go to International Space Station. It will dock in International Space Station, and then it will deploy by this robotic arm. Okay. So okay, in this way. So in this point, and then it will okay, go around the Earth, and it will send the data, and we will send the content. So in this point, I would like to show you one video. I think you will be able to understand how the system. How are you to send the subject in the space? We explore with you, so if you can orbiting all around the world, as I know 5 times in a day. And then you communicate from our own down the road. Now we'll go back to the presentation again. I'm sorry, maybe things are not so organized. So, what is the possibility of the small cell based application? Number one is philosophy, okay? Cheaper, faster, and better. Very, very cheap cost, low cost satellite, okay? This is the main point. So, university and also small industry, they can also able to do this kind of satellite in the lab. Second point is applicable for developing countries. That means since it's low cost, so developing country can easily afford this thing. Government with few logistic effort, they can also develop and deploy this kind of nanosatellite, okay, for experiment and for, I would say, for education and experiment. The small business enterprise, every university can afford, as I told you. Okay, appreciate for hands-on satellite and the engineers education. So the students, okay, universities' work is to prepare the student for the industry. Okay, so there is a huge industry for satellite, and it's an expensive job. Okay, so you're preparing our student for that purpose. So it's possible by using that kind of satellite. Create manpower for future big satellite. Yeah, this is the point. Okay, when government says we are going to build our own satellite, yes, BTRC representatives are here. We are very grateful to you because you have said this word. We are going to build our own satellite. So that's why we have taken the cars, or we have taken the initiative so that we can make the manpower for this satellite. Or maybe this is not the only satellite for Bangladesh. I hope there will be more and more big communication satellites in our country. So we need the manpower. Not only for saving money, but also uninformed telecommunication and business. Okay, you know, so business is involved in every aspect. So stories behind BRAC here. Arifur Rahman Khan, he came to Bangladesh and I just invited him for a seminar, and he took a seminar, and he said, okay, why not we start something, and I visited QTech on 2013. He is Professor Joe, Mr. John, very nice guy. Okay, and then we had the MOU with KQ Tech, and after that we sent two students, Kafi and Maisun, over there for 4 months, and they really did excellent job. Okay, so they invited both of them, and also Antora. Antora is here, yeah. They invited 3 of them for having their master from their university, and they went there. Okay, and okay, by this time we got the approval from UNICEF Global. Okay, we are now the member of UNICEF Global, okay, on October 20. And after that, Arif Bhai, he came with a proposal so that 5 countries together can build a satellite. Maybe it came from Cho Sensei. So Arif Bhai came with the proposal, and we started working on it. Okay? So these are the 5 countries: Japan, Bangladesh, Ghana, Mongolia, Nigeria. We will have 5 identical satellites. Once again, 5 identical satellites. That means each and every country will have their own satellite. Okay? We're not sharing one satellite by 5 countries. No, we will have 5 satellites for 5 countries. And then we went to Sir Fazl Abed. We are very grateful to him. He given his concern, yes, you can go. And after that, we are just running. Okay, so Sir Fazl Abed is not here, but we are very grateful to him. Sir Abed, thank you. Then we applied to them for the satellite program for building the satellite. And after that, we applied to BTRC for the permission, and we got the permission on 29th May, just 1 month before. And also we got the permission from Bangladesh Bank for transferring the money. So now we are ready to do everything. Okay. So for that challenges with some deadlines, like today we are going to sign the agreement. On 27th, and Kafi said is 28th. So 28th June, they will present the critical design review. That means the design part will be completed, and they will start building the flight model. Okay. And secondly, on 20, okay, ground station, we will build our own ground station in this campus by September. Okay, this is our deadline. And completion of flight model and test by November 2016. And handover to JAXA according to Joe's, as I can remember, according to Joe's statement, they are going to hand over the satellite to JAXA on December 2016, and JAXA will deploy through their air rocket, cargo rocket on March 2017. We really we requested them to send on 26th March, but I don't know if they have a schedule. Okay, so maybe 2-3 days vary. Okay, so yeah, they will deploy in March, and from ISS, it will be deployed in 2 months. So hopefully by May 2017, we will get our own satellite. Okay, that is that will be a milestone. And mission of the BRAC project: 1 is manpower development for emerging countries, taking high quality photos, busy singer, precise satellite location determination without GPS, that means by using the ground station. Operation of international constellation, that means we will share our data with other 5 countries, not 5 to 7 countries, and the other 5 countries satellite also share their data with us. Okay? So we will have a sharing data. Multi-point space environment data measurement, that means the 5 satellite will fly, so we will get the data from the atmosphere, okay? Which is very, very important. One very critical scientific job here. And yeah, ground station operation, development and operation. So we'll build our ground station and we'll operate our ground station. That is the main thing. So benefit of Bangladesh, this is very important. Everyone asking me what is our benefit. So building a positive impression of Bangladesh to the outer world. When I went to NASA for the first time, they were asking me how much water is in my house. I was surprised. Why, man, you were asking this question? And after that, I found, yeah, it is true. Like when we think about Afghanistan, we think, okay, all the buildings are destroyed and somewhere the sound is this kind of sound. So people are watching the flooding scenario in their country, okay? So they have that kind of impression. But when we'll build our satellite, or when we'll build some cutting-edge technology, like robot or something like this, they will treat Bangladesh in different way, which is very, very important. So I think that is the main thing. Our impression will be changed in the outer world. The second thing is entering to spacefaring nations. Okay, that is another important issue. So we are entering a spacefaring nation. Research and implementation capability building on above mentioned missions, like we have 6 missions in their satellite, they have 6 missions, so we'll have that missions. Okay, we'll control that missions. Technology transfer, which is very, very important. Arifa is here. Sorry, It is the last slide.
Yes, I can hear.
So yeah, Arif Bhai, when he went to USA and he said, okay, now I cannot say anything. So some countries they don't disclose their technology. Okay, but Japan, sir, Cho Sensei, I'm very grateful to you. I'm very grateful to Japan. You are transferring the technology to us so that we can build our own satellite in near future. Thank you very much, Sensei. I think this is the second significant part. And manpower development, as I told you before, and encourage future generation to science and technology. Yeah, this is another very, very important issue. Because in our country, our students, they don't know what to do, where to go. So when we build our satellite, they will feel different. Okay, we can make our own satellite by ourselves. Kafi Ontoroba is, oh, Kafi, he's reading in BRAC University. Oh, my friend is also reading in BRAC University. My cousin, the elder brother, he's also in some kind of non-government university, private university. So if they can build it, we also will be able to build it, which is, I think, which will really vibrate the young generation's mind, okay? Which we really want, okay? I am grateful to our Vice Chancellor, sir. I am very grateful to Jiauddin, sir, who really worked very hard for this project. I know it's a critical time for BRAC University because we are going to build our campus. So in this time, every single money is important for us. But sir, thank you very much because you are helping the nations, not only BRAC University, but you are helping the nation. So at the end, I would like to thank you all. If you have any questions, maybe after the session, after ending the session, we will have the question with the media. Okay? Yeah, bhai. Riyaz bhai, yeah, but thank you very much. You have an excellent article today. Okay, and I read the information. Almost all the information is covered over there. I'm very grateful to you. Thank you very much. I would like to especially thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Dr. Khalilur Rahman. Now I go to the next item, which is video conferencing, and this will take place between us and your institute, Professor Joe. So I would invite you to start, and Arif is also there, and we are here. So we will talk about the project and the possible benefits. Thank you.
Okay, hello, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hello. Good morning, people in Bangladesh. My name is Meng Cho. I am a professor and the director of Laboratory of Spacecraft Environment Interaction Engineering at the Kyushu Institute of Technology, Japan. It is my great pleasure to address people in Bangladesh about this BRAC project. Kyushu Institute of Technology is our QTech. The QTech is a national university located at the Kyushu Island, the west part of Japan. So QTech has a history of more than 100 years of engineering education. My laboratory, BRAC, is a leading institution of space engineering research in Japan. We are especially specialized in effect of space environment on space systems. We study how to assure the mission success of satellites in orbit. So at the QTech, we have a Center for Non-Satellite Testing, where we have tested 2,000 of small satellites developed in Japan. In the past 5 years, we have tested nearly 30 satellites of Japan and of foreign countries such as South Korea, Malaysia, and Singapore. These rooms you can see and our tires because we are in the clean room now. And so this is the room where satellites are assembled and checked and its functionalities and before testing. Yes. So we are showing just a half part of the rooms. There's the other part. So also not only testing, we also launched and operated 3 satellites already. This is a mock-up of the Hollywood. This is our first satellite. It was launched in 2012, and it is still emitting radio signals from 680 kilometers above the ground. The BRAC project is a constellation of 5 1U CubeSats built by students studying at Space Engineering International course at QTech. They come from Japan, Ghana, Mongolia, Nigeria, Bangladesh, and Thailand. And 5 satellites belong to each member countries, of course including Bangladesh. So far, students spent very intensive 8 months of satellite development since October 2015. And this is a satellite. This is this one. This is a satellite thing. They have just finished, and we are now start testing this one. So this is a result of very intensive hard working of 15 students. I'm very proud of it. And so we are going to test this from now about the vibrations and vacuums and other environments. These environments are very severe compared to the environment in, on the ground. So students, including 3 Bangladesh students, here working very hard, really day and night. And this satellite looks very small. So you may, perhaps you are amazed at how small it is. And you may wonder what it can do. But I have to tell you that the satellite is small, but the size is not important. Important thing is that the students learn the entire process of satellite development from the very beginning to the very end in 2 years. So they learn all the process to build satellite. Because the ultimate goal of this project is to start space programs in students' home countries. That includes, of course, Bangladesh. So we are not just building one satellite. We are building a satellite for the future. Okay, we are building a basis for the future satellite. So I really hope that once these 3 students graduate, they go back to Bangladesh with enough knowledge and experience to start the next space project in BRAC universities. So that will be very soon. So they'll graduate next September next year. So that will be very soon. So once they graduate, they'll go back and they'll start the second satellite. And it may look small at the beginning, but it will become bigger later. So that can serve the needs of Bangladesh people by Bangladesh engineers. So from July, we move to the flight model phase. So in these rooms, we build 5 satellites simultaneously. So we have we make 5 teams made of Japanese, Ghanans, Mongolians, Nigerians, and Bangladesh. So 3 students per team. So those 3 students actually build the satellite. And so after testing each satellite, the satellite will shipped to JAXA and it will be launched to ISS. And we expect that satellite will be released from ISS in early summer next year. We practice because we want to finish everything in 2 years so that it matches to the master program's timelines. I'll tell you the moment we hear the first signal from the satellite. It's really the moment we remember for the life. So here I ask you to give your very warm support to the students and wait for this historic moment together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Cho, for your very inspiring comments. Now I will request Dr. Arifur Rahman, who has been at your institute, now he's in University of Texas at El Paso. So I would request him to say a few words. Dr. Arifur Rahman.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Okay. So, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor S.S. Andalev, BRAC University, Honorable Counselor, Mr. Mitsutake Numahata, Embassy of Japan, Bangladesh, Honorable Colonel Muhammad Nasim Parvez, Director General, Spectrum Division, BTRC, Professor Jialdin Ahmed, Chairperson, Department of Mathematics and Natural Science, and ex-chairman Sparso, my mentor, teacher, and ex-boss, Professor Mengu Cho, QTech Japan, Dr. Khalilur Rahman, Associate Professor CAC, dear colleagues from different departments, administrative staff, me, and I'm assistant professor of mechanical engineering and an NASA Video Center for Space Engineering and Technology Researcher from University of and I'm an ex-assistant professor from BTech. It's my pleasure and honor to talk to you in one experience from teachers and engineers of Bangladesh. We are ready to explore the freedom fighters who make to their lives, dreams from foreigners who under countless natural dream for the next dream. And if it needs for legislator who look at the sun, star, quality, and rating. Dream for future students who want to live and feel truly, and the dream for the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who has triggered me reading the highly technical and sophisticated research activity to make the future manpower who will be in charge of future big satellites. In 2008, I came to start working in this field by chance. My sensei, Professor Mengu Cho, offered me to work on electron emitting film for spacecraft charging mitigation, and that was just starting. Later, in group, we were able to develop two small satellites, Oreo 2 and Oreo 4, now in the orbit, sending us excellent, magnificent, valuable data. Both are technology demonstration satellite in the lower orbit launched by JAXA rocket H2F. In between 2013, one sensor named SCM designed and made by our group was installed on Akuchi Mini made by JAXA and launched with H2 Transport Vehicle HTV-4 to the International Space Station. And that time, fortunately, I was in Bangladesh. My boss, Cho Sensei, informed me by email that our sensor worked in space. During that time, I was talking to Dr. Khalilur Rahman of BRAC University, explained our work in QTech, and tried to convince students to work together so that Bangladesh can enter the field of satellite research, development, manufacture, and operation by their own hands. Later, we invited Dr. Khalil to visit QTech, and who was the ex-student of QTech, but never been visited Space Lab. In the same meeting, we invited Dr. Jibon Ranjan Majumdar, Economic Minister of the Embassy of Bangladesh in Japan. It was an excellent information interchange between BRAC University, QTech, and Bangladesh government for joint collaboration. As a success of that discussion, one student was awarded UN QTech scholarship named as PNST, funded by Japanese government. Other two students, among them one was a female, were so much encouraged by my lecture at the BRAC University and confident to study this field by self-financing. Although Dr. Khalil and I tried to find some financial support for lodging and foods, but we could not make it. In 2015, while I was visiting Bangladesh again, I had an honor to meet Sir Fazli Hassan Abed at his office and offered him to join Global Multinational Bird Projects, which is the first international CubeSat constellation in the world. Within a few short time, maybe 15 minutes, Sir Fazli Hassan Abed agreed to join this project. Immediately, I understood how much a visionary he is. His second comment was, after the graduation from the QTech, what would be the fate of the students? I must salute him for his love and affection and caring attitude to the students. And through his agreement, Bangladesh has started to enter the era of small satellite. And this satellite will be made by Bangladeshi students. I repeat, Bangladeshi students who are going to study the satellite engineering during their MS, designing the full project, assembling, integrating, testing, operating this constellation from Bangladesh, from the ground station of BRAC University. And among the three, one is the female student. And she is the only female member in the international group. Now, they have been working on developing these 5 satellites constellation in a group and with other international students. I know and had physically seen how much hard working they are. If you call them at 1 a.m. in the morning, you will find them in the lab. Dear Antara, Kafi and Maisum, you are doing a great job. The main person who has designed this multinational CubeSat constellation is Professor Mengu Cho, my sensei and my mentor. He offered Bangladesh to be an active part of it. He will be the bright star in the sky of history of Bangladesh. Later, this year, March, Dr. George Maeda visited BRAC University to accelerate the process. I'm really grateful to him. I'd like to thank Jiauddin sir for his never-ending effort to push Bangladesh forward through his ever-young attitude and enthusiasm. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank Dr. Khalilur Rahman, who took and has been taking all the pains on my behalf to make this first satellite project successful. I'm sure BRAC University and Bangladesh will reward him soon. I wish his success. I hope and believe very near future, Bangladesh will keep her first step in the space, making many space scientists, engineers, and experts. Thank you very much. And I must say, thank to everybody in our country. We must say, Amar Sonar Bang, Amito Bhagwati. Thank you very much.
Dr. Arifur Rahman Khan, I request you to introduce our students, Andana and others, to the audience here.
Okay, so everybody can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us introduce first Abdullah Hil Kafi. Would you please a little forward and stand in the middle? Okay. Just continue. Very sure.
Everyone, I'm Abdul Kafi from BRAC University. I am completed graduate Department of Engineering. I'm doing program here, instituted sir. Students, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Sir, would you please for something?
I'm very much from Pura. I did graduation from Physics, electronics engineering, and now I'm building our first chipset for the country. So we're taking a big step unfortunately. So we need to prepare. Please keep us prepared.
I could be the call forward. Awesome. My name is Nano, and I'm also a graduate of the university. Graduated from Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. And supposedly the first project I'm working on high-speed machine learning system. And it's truly an honor to be here, and I look forward to the success of the project. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ansara. Thank you, Papi, and thank you, Masoon. We are really very proud of your achievements. And now I will request Colonel Mohammad Naseem Parvez, who is the Director General, Spectrum Division, BTRC. So I will request him to say a few words.
Thank you, sir. Respected Vice Chancellor, BRAC University, respected Professor Jiauddin, and I can also see Dr. Arifur Rahman Khan, invited all guests. Assalamu alaikum. Let me take the privilege from part of the chairman BTRC and from the BTRC family today I'm representing here. And I like to, I'm very happy to be associated with this particular program. I just want to say that BRAC University is building the future of Bangladesh satellite system, I must say. And at the same time, I want to say that today or the day, because the day, as I come to know from the presentation, is that hopefully by the month of May 2017, inshallah, we will see the first CubeSat from Bangladesh, prepared by the Bangladeshi students and from the BRAC University sponsor, will be in the space. So thereby I can say that it will create a history in Bangladesh to become the first Bangladeshi satellite ever in the orbit. Why I say so, I think you know that Bangabandhu satellite will be inshallah in the orbit on 16th December 2017. Thereby, basically this satellite may be a nano satellite, but it will be the first one. And at the same time, I just come to know that it is also the first ever, world's first ever designed nano satellite constellation project. So it's a matter of big pride for all of us. And I myself as a Bangladeshi, I feel proud of it. I really feel proud of it. And another point I just want to tell you that you just see the timing of this particular nano satellite project by the BRAC University. It's happening in such a time once Bangladesh also has taken up the project. Bangladesh also has already signed. Bangladesh has also started, has also disbursed the money, and I'll say a bit about Bangabandhu satellite also to you in my speech. But the timing is either it will be by May, this BRAC University CubeSat satellite will be on the orbit, and inshallah by December our Bangabandhu satellite will be in the orbit. So the timings are synchronized, I must say. And actually the proposal that came to the BTRC from the BRAC University, especially about the spectrum allotment and also issuance of the call sign, And spectrum, as you know, is in the amateur satellite band. And the spectrum is for the uplink, we are going to use, we have allotted 145.980 megahertz. And for the downlink purposes, we have given 437.375 megahertz. And I must also mention a few other people here, especially Professor Dr. Khalilur Rahman. The amount of pursuance that he made, to make all this happen. And he also, I arranged a meeting with the BTRC chairman and with all commissioners. All of us, we gladly accepted this particular project. Now I just want to say a few things about the Bangabandhu satellite. The name of this satellite project, now we officially have said that this is Bangabandhu Satellite 1. So it means that there will be, inshallah, 2, 3 will be coming up. And I do not want to officially commit, but at the same time, our chairman, sir, is working on it, and I'm sure you will be able to hear some declaration as the other developments will take place about the Bangabandhu Satellite 1. So definitely there will be other satellites, definitely. And this weight of that Bangabandhu satellite is 3.5 ton. So the Nano satellite is 0.8 kg, maybe it's 1 kg, but it's a dream, and everything starts from zero. All the creation starts from the zero. So here 1 kg will be actually it will be enlarged in such a manner the dream of our future generations. Once I was studying in Kuwait, at that time, as a part of the modern communication, once I used to know about the study about the satellite communications, means that satellite is a thing which is at a very far distance. But today, the satellite is not at a far distance. It's happening. It's in our hand. It's the Bangladeshi students who are being involved in the designing, and they are going to assemble. They are going to test in the Kyushu University. And I had the opportunity to visit Washington, D.C. this year, 2016, the satellite exhibition and the satellite seminar, where all the people, all the industry, satellite industry people, they participated. After going there, I just want to tell you that satellite is not only launching of a satellite. With this, lot many potential businesses coming up. One is, the orbital slot, orbital slot or the frequent orbital slot business. Like for the Bangabandhu satellite, we have taken our orbital slot from Intersputnik. For that, we had to give $28 million US. We have to give. And you'll be surprised, it's a Russian company, Intersputnik. And I had a talk with their engineers. They're basically 2% who is having an entire database about the orbital slot, which slot is free, which slot is not free, which is manned. So there's a two frequency plan. One is the planned band for satellite, another is the unplanned. So the people are doing business with that. Our people, our students, once they will become expert on that, they can also do the same kind of the businesses, right? Sitting in Bangladesh, they can do the $1 million business. If the Russian can do that, why Bangladeshi intelligence students cannot do those things? So another part is satellite launching part. One is satellite manufacturing part of it. One is satellite insurance part of it. And the other part is commercialization of the satellite. Once we put this satellite in our orbit, then we get a spectrum. So that we don't see the spectrum, that we sell that spectrum to the potential business people. Like the Bangabandhu satellite is a communication and broadcast satellite. And once it will be put in the orbit, we will get total 3200 megahertz spectrum. Initially, we will get around 1600 megahertz. So it will be 40 transponder. And out of that 40 transponder, 14 transponder will be in C band, and 26 transponder will be in KU band, and we are going to sell it to for the communication purposes, for the broadcasting purpose in the business, and thereby the nation is also going to earn a lot of money, and also the foreign currency it will also sold to the international market. So these are the way I think we can get a huge benefit out of even this nano satellite project. And about the development of the Bangabandhu satellite project, the thing which Mr. Khalil was telling, that PDR or preliminary design review of Bangabandhu satellite is already done. The link budgeting has also been done. Now we are going to have the critical design review, which we call CDR, by October. And then actually it will be launched in the orbit. And another term we call bring in use. Our spectrum will be brought in use by the September 2018, and since then we can use it for the commercial purposes. So if I compare the nano satellite and the Bangabandhu satellite, these are, I say, this is a synchronized. One thing will lead to the other, and more so, it will give a confidence to the Bangladeshi next generations that yes, we are not far behind. We are not the country only who suffers for the natural calamities. It's the country which can also, can work in the satellite research. And here also we have people like Mr. Abed, who can also sponsor and give money, and can we really do that? So with this, I like to conclude my speech. Again, I give thanks to the BRAC University and all the sponsors, everybody coming here. Inshallah, we for the best. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Pervez. Now I will request Mr. Ake Mahata, counselor in the MSF Fund, to say a few words.
Thank you very much. I'm Mr. Ake Mahata, counselor, Embassy of Japan here. I'm very much delighted to be here, and we'd like to extend sincere congratulations to all the people who are concerned and involved in this project. I think the project is very unique in a sense that the project aims to launch nano satellite, and also for this project selected students from 5 countries, including Bangladesh and Japan, will work together to design, develop, and operate 5 units of nano satellites. I sincerely wish the project be successful, very, very successful, and the project will contribute for the progress of the space technology in Bangladesh. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mahata. Now, I request our Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Saad Andali, to give his speech.
Distinguished guests and colleagues of BRAC University, representative of the Japanese government, Professor Cho, and partners, especially our students who are there, who make us very proud at Kyushu Institute of Technology, and Dr. Khan at El Paso, and our friends from the media. This is a very special day for me, and I think also for BRAC University. As you've already heard from the other speakers, what a wonderful enterprise we are going to be entering into. It gives me great pleasure and immense pride to be a partner in this new initiative and enterprise that I hope will open up new realms of technology cooperation and development to make cutting-edge advances, not only on technology, but also on human development, on societal advancement, and national progress. This project perfectly matches with three visions at BRAC University. The visions of how do you build universities. To build universities, you can't do it alone. You need collaborations. That's the first thing. You need to cooperate with others. So I've always been saying that at BRAC University, we need to have fresh air, sunlight, new ideas coursing through this institution so that we can all learn to understand the diversities of ideas, the diversities of imagination, and try and put this together. So the first of the three pillars that we are talking about is how do we cooperate. So BRAC University should not be alone in this. There should be an enterprise in which we would like to open up doors to others so that we can really make deep progress and deep impact. The second part of BRAC University's vision is innovation. I think it is very important for us that through these cooperative endeavors, we start imagining a new world. If we cannot imagine a new world, we'll be very obsolete because the world is moving very fast ahead. So we must engage with the world and we must start to innovate. And the last thing is, the BRAC ethos is about social impact. What we do must have great social relevance and must have great social impact. So that is one of the things that really excites me about this idea. The other part of this is that we are moving towards building what is called world-class universities. As you know what world-class universities do, they don't just teach. There are at least four parts of university. The first part is about the generation of knowledge. And this is what this is going to do. This whole cooperation of research will be enabling us to learn more, to generate more knowledge. Second part is to disseminate this knowledge. This is what we do in the university. We teach, we build up a national pool of resources who are going to be able to be part of national development. So we do that through dissemination of knowledge. And the third thing that we do is use knowledge. We have to find ways of using knowledge. Knowledge is no good if you have produced it and disseminated it, but you found no use for it. And obviously, as we move, we progress through time and space, we have to extend this knowledge. So that is the notion of world-class universities. And our intention is to join the community of universities that is making a difference. I must emphasize that universities as knowledge centers are the ones that bring change. That universities as knowledge centers are the ones that bring dynamism into the nation, into the economy, into the social. So as a social enterprise, a university's role is very important, and I think this particular collaboration is going to play a very important role there. I have to say that we have gone through an arduous process before we engaged in this. We debated this a number of times about whether we should engage in this. Is it too high technology for us? Are we ready for this? And so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we decided that if we don't take risk, there's no return. So an university must take risks as well. And in this risk, we decided to engage because we have also the opportunity of working with cutting-edge technology. But we have to understand one thing, that even when we have cutting-edge technology, it is also a great responsibility. Why I say this is because we must be careful about where we are going, where we ought to go with this kind of technology in our hands. So great care must be taken in what we want to accomplish and how our work will not only advance society but also safeguard it. Societal safeguarding is very important. You all know, we all very well know about the many adversities that technology can bring. So we have to be very careful in terms of how we proceed, where we go, and what do we do with this new knowledge that we're going to be bringing into our nation. For BRAC University, this has been a significant investment, not only in technology transfer, but also world-class research. I think, again, I want to emphasize that no university worth its name is what it is unless it engages in world-class research. And this is, I think, one of our first steps into developing world-class research. This is also going to help us engage in capacity development. It will also help us engage in advancing our understanding of vital issues concerning Bangladesh, from mapping of our water resources to our mapping of population density, looking at our cropping pattern, looking at our water resources, looking at all the other things that make a difference in our lives. And I think this is why this is so important. This knowledge will also help us, will be very helpful actually in building and supporting our national satellite program, the Bangabandhu 1 program that we just talked about. I think this is a great opportunity for collaboration between the government and the private entities. And I think the opportunities are perhaps limitless. So this is another thing that we need to explore. This is another thing we need to sort of have much more collaboration on. And I think this will also be a wonderful avenue for us to develop students who can then go on to jobs within our country. What we do is, if you look at our universities, it has to be tied to the national goals. So if our universities are producing students who are then getting jobs overseas, then all our investment in human development is lost. So with programs such as this, I think it will inspire our students to stay back, to remain within the country, develop higher levels of innovation, which will also hopefully one day help them earn at the world-class level. And this is where we are. I think this is a giant step, as Professor Ziauddin said, towards building much, much more than just, it should not be seen just as a small satellite program. It has many, many, many deeper ramifications, and we look forward to seeing how this evolves over time. We are very pleased and very grateful actually with the cooperation that we received from QTech, the cooperation we received from BTRC, the cooperation for SPARSO and other related organizations. With this endeavor, it is important to note that we have to generate significant collaborations between the university, the government, as well as industry. I think if we don't have industry, academy, government partnerships and cooperative endeavors, it will be impossible to do big things. Bangladesh must start to do big things, and we have already done many big things, and I think this is another one of those endeavors. So we have basically taken the first step to venture into this significant scientific cooperation, and I ardently hope that other partners will join us in our efforts and enable us to do this very successfully. Most importantly, I think this will encourage, I am encouraging all three of you out there in Kyushu to come back and join us to make this initiative sustainable and to make it world-class. And I know you can do it because you've already shown us the way. BRAC University has decided to build a special lab for nanosatellite technology research. And we would like to build our own satellite from our own lab someday in the near future. You know, what is important is in these labs, I want to see immense buzz. I want to see immense creativity. I want to see a wide span of engagement. A research center should be a center of activity, should be bubbling with ideas and imagination. It should be a hot center where there's seminars and experts coming through. That is the essence of what we are imagining. With this buzz and creativity and engagement, I think we can take these programs forward very, very much. And any help and collaboration, cooperation of the government and the industry will be deeply, deeply appreciated. I think the future is for us to build. We are the ones who have to imagine what our future is. We are the ones who have to build the future with partnership, of course, from organizations, from institutions like Kyushu, as well as imaginative and bright students who have shown that they are world class. I really want to wish this project a great success, and I assure you that as Vice Chancellor, I will stand behind this project and see how far we can take it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Now the big event. So now the satellite demo is there, and Vice Chancellor will hand it over to Mr. Chancellor. Now we are coming to the end of the event, but the brightest spot in the event, I think, is the signing of the document and also naming of the satellite, which will be done by our Vice Chancellor, Professor Syed Saad Andali.
Today is what we've signed is an indication of the fact that Bangladesh can do, and that's something that's all I can say. We can do it. I would like to announce the name for this project that we came up with. We call it Onnesha 3B. Onnesha, as you know, will be the whole realm of search and explorations that this is going to lead to. The 3B stands for Bangladesh, our motherland, stands for BRAC University, and it stands for the Birds Project. So with these three combined, we have Onnesha 3B.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Now, the honors is on me. First of all, I thank all of you wholeheartedly. Professor Joe and his team, Dr. Arifur Rahman Khan, and my colleagues and other distinguished guests from different organizations, Pervez. Let me just give you just very briefly my views, because I was trained as a particle physicist. Then I roamed in almost all the fields of physics, starting from milli-electron volt to GeV, electron volt, and then I moved on to remote sensing and GIS, and now I'm also working as the chairman of, for the last 16 years, National Institute of National Maritime and Oceanic Institute. So that's oceanography. What I feel as a scientist is that the technological gap that we have, the Bangladesh has with other developed countries, that can only be bridged if we go for high technologies. This is my firm belief that we have to go for high technologies. What are these high technologies? Starting with today's topic, space technology, then we have nuclear technology, and then we have oceanography. So, I mean, I will not be hoodwinked by people who say you just build, you just improve your bullock carts or your rickshaws. I will go definitely for high technology because I think if you go for high technology at the beginning, it may be quite costly, but the spin-off benefits, the benefits that you derive from the development of other concomitant technologies like material science, like cryogenics, like IT, electronics, instrumentation, all these things, the spin-off benefits far, far outweigh the capital cost for going into any high technology. So I think Bangladesh, when it planned for Bangabandhu 1 communication satellite, as you know, that's a geostationary satellite, which will be placed around 36,000 kilometers above the equatorial belt, whereas our satellite is a polar orbiting one, which will be orbiting at a very low altitude. But all these things, all these high technologies, not only will help build up the human resources, but will also take the country forward. So I think what we have done today is something like landing on the moon. Incidentally or coincidentally, the day Neil Armstrong and those people, they were landing on the moon in July 1969, I was just crossing the Atlantic. I was going from London to Washington. And then when I went to Oak Ridge National Laboratory, within just 3-4 days, I saw the moon rocks brought from there, and they were displayed in the laboratory. So I think we can do it, as the Vice Chancellor said. We can do it. We have proved in the past that we can do it. We have done it in 1971, something which people thought it was impossible, but we did it. We liberated our country, and we have the spirit, we have the manpower, we have the skill, we have the talent, and with the cooperation, as the Vice Chancellor said, that's a very important thing. Collaboration, cooperation, and then we can take our country to the level that it deserves. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, I think the concluding remarks I already made, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for all the time that you spent with us. But I think it's a very joyous occasion, and I think you did not feel bored. Thank you.
Stay with us. এটা হয়ে গেল আপরের সেটা করে
Russian young ছেলে $1 million business করছে correct because they have all the database thank you for the আগে থেকে অ্যাপ্লাই করে রাখি who works you said now he's joining some settled
Thank you so much, sir. একটা ঘোষণা দিয়ে দিচ্ছে অনেক ধন্যবাদ স্যার
Thank you so much.
স্যার
মানে ইয়া ভাই তাহলে সাংবাদিক যারা যেতে চান তারা ভিসি স্যারের এখানে চলে আসেন ইয়া হয়েছে